Hello guys, welcome back again to my channel, Conrad's PH. Before anything guys, and if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to click like and subscribe on my YouTube channel, Conrad's PH, right there. Yes, that's it. Click me guys, click me. And I would like to say thank you to the staffs here. We are here in, wait guys, Lave Parisian. I think. Sakto? Lave Parisian. Basta mo nito siya guys, here in Virama, and I would like to say thank you for the very good staff here, for allowing us to do this here. So right now guys, I'm here to talk about the condominium, the facts and fallacy about condominium. So let's just say guys, you are trying to invest in a condominium or you already have your condominium. Maririnig nyo sa ibang tao, they're saying na they don't want to invest in condominium because hanggang 50 years lang daw yung condominium. Well, right now guys, I'm gonna explain it to you. For one question, ano nga ba ang mangyayari sa isang condominium building after 50 years? A, itry nyo isagot guys. A, bubombahin. So B, restore the building. Or letter C, babawiin ng gobyerno. Okay, so itry nyo i-guess guys, and later on malalaman nyo kung ano talaga yung mangyayari sa condominium in 50 years. Sinasabi ng mga tao guys na lifespan ng mga condominium building is just 50 years. Well, this is actually not true. So saan nga ba nanggaling guys yung idea na hanggang 50 years lang yung ownership mo sa condominium? Actually guys, it came from the idea that the corporation is just good for 50 years. And when you buy a condominium, just like a corporation guys, the owners are the shareholders. And also guys, many people would claim that the Republic Act 4726 or the Condominium Act of the Philippines is saying that a condominium is just good for 50 years. Well, actually that is not true, because it says there, clearly said there, only applicable when there are three factors na mababasihan sa madideclare yung condominium na inhabitable. People are saying that the lifespan of a condominium is just for 50 years. Ang mga construction technologies ngayon, just amazing as the building are, because the building are actually designed to last in ages. Okay, sa sinabi ko kanina guys, sinabi ko bubombahin. Well, actually, in a sense, it is somehow true, but of course, with a careful reading and careful consideration that a condominium must be passed on three factors to be considered na hindi na siya dapat pangtirhan. First factor is existence in 50 years. If the building is 50 years old, well, yeah, that's already one of the factors to be considered. The second one is obsolete and uneconomical. Ano bang ibig sabihin nito guys? Yung building is lumang-luma na siya, na hindi na siya economical, meaning to say, the building is not gaining more income for the owners. Uneconomical siya, wala nang mga client na gustong mag-rent sa mga rooms ng mga owners doon kasi the building is not looking good and it's very old na, and the foundations are not good. The integrity of the building is not so good. Well, that depends on the decision of the engineers. So yun na yun guys. First one is 50 years. Second two, it's obsolete and uneconomic. So one thing na lang guys ang kailangan, bubombahin na yung condominium mo. The last thing guys is, if 50% of the owners ayaw na nila, they don't agree anymore to restore the building. So those are three factors guys na makukonsider na the building is to be condemned. If you were thinking na you're afraid to invest in a condominium, that's actually 50 economic years, and I think those kind of years you probably nakuha mo na siguro yung investment mo for the property na yun. So what will happen guys if a condominium do not pass on the three factors? Let's just say the unit owners actually agreed to restore the building. So what will happen guys? Just like many corporation, a corporation can renew their permit for another 50 years. So it's renewable guys. There's no problem at all, because just like any businesses or corporations out there. So what is the basis of a 50-year rule? Actually guys, in a condominium, the condominium ownership is just like corporations that, the owners of the condominium are actually the shareholders. So the 50-year-old is based on a corporation code of the Philippines. So after 50 years, ma-dissolution ba ang condominium mo? Of course not. Because, just like many corporations, a condominium corporation may renew their registration. So it's not true, guys. Only if the building is habitable. Okay, guys, let's just say, no, or I am not hoping that it will happen, but let's just say the condominium is already a subject for condemnation. So what will happen, guys? Yung building mo, bubombahin talaga siya. Tinood bitaw. Yeah. So right now, guys, I'm gonna give you the perfect example for this. Here in Cebu, we have this business park where, tall buildings, tall condominiums are already in place, and some are even developing year after year. So, yeah. So let's just say, guys, you own a unit in a condominium here in Cebu at the IT Park, and let's just say it's been sitting there for 50 years. Okay, so na-discuss ko na before, guys, na marirenew yung condominium corporation for another 50 years. And what happened, guys, if your condominium has passed the 3 factors na, yung pagbabasihan na ika-condemn na talaga yung condominium nyo. Okay, so that leads to our next question, which is a condominium is a good investment? Okay, going to that question, guys. Of course, yes, depending on the location. Let's just say the building is already subject for condemnation. The next thing we'll do is, yeah, guys, yun yung mangyayari, bubumbahin yung condominium, gigibain siya, guys, and then what will happen to the owners? Since a condominium ownership, guys, is just like a corporation, so yung mga unit owners are shareholders. So, yung plot of land where the condominium is sitting, it will be subject for resale. Maybe. It depends on the corporation. I think that would be the perfect idea for, when the condominium is already a subject for condemnation. So after that, guys, it will be an empty land. So it will be a subject for resale. And it's also another subject for another investor to develop another project. Yun, guys, ang mga shareholders, they would actually share the sales of the plot of land. So lahat will be divided to the shareholder. Yeah, so it's actually a very good investment. It's actually long years to appreciate its value. So yeah, still, guys, a condominium is good for investment. So that is why, guys, I'm telling you that it is always important to consider the location when you are looking for a condominium for your investment. Para in the long years, guys, when it comes to a point na, your building is already due for condemnation, the value actually pays more than you invested before. So going back to the question, guys, what happens to a condominium after 50 years? Well, the A and B are actually correct. A, bubombahin. Yeah, of course, when it passes the 3 factors na i-consider for it to be condemned. And the second one is restored if the unit owners or 50% of the unit owners agreed to restore the building. Okay, guys, going back to the real example, yung very realistic example na ibibigay ko sa inyo. Okay, so in IT Park, actually, the price of the last thing I know in IT Park, I'm not sure. The value of per square meter in IT Park is actually 350,000. The last thing I know. So it's impossible, guys. In 50 years, hindi yan magi-increase. Probably yung per square meter na in IT Park will be 2 million or something like that, because that's 50 years. It's quite long, so it's enough time for your investment to grow. And surely it will increase its value. Depende lang, guys, kung mag-a-apocalypse na yung world. That's really impossible, guys. So yeah, your property or your investment is good when it's first in its very good location. Okay, guys, here is one suggestion that I would give you. It's actually very important, especially for you when you're thinking, to invest in properties. This is only not true for Cebu. It's actually true for everywhere in the world. In the Philippines, the idea is actually very true. When you are trying to invest in a condominium, first, you're just gonna have to think on what purpose. And yeah, I think it's common to say that for your residential and also for investment. So I'll give you this idea, guys. It's actually very important. Importante ito. Mas importante pa to sa date ng mga anniversary ng jowa mo. Hindi, joke lang, guys. Okay, I'm dropping this idea and I hope you're gonna take note on this. So if you are going to invest guys in a condominium, kung saan yung sa lugar mo ang nagsiksikan yung mga developments or the city itself, dun yun ang ideal na investment. Ito yung panahon guys na pinagsisikan mong sarili mo sa investment, hindi sa tao. Yes guys, because for condominiums, it should be accessible, it should be convenient, where everything is accessible and everything that you need in everyday life, nandun talaga siya sa pinakamalapit. So that's the good idea guys, on investing on a condominium. Exemption guys, if you are looking for, of course, for vacation lang na property because rich kid ka. So that is why I'm telling you, when you are going to invest in a condominium, that depends on your purpose. Okay guys, so I think that's all and I hope naman na liwanagan kayo sa mga pinagsasabi ko dito. Okay, so that's all guys. Thank you so much for your time and I'm very thankful to the management here. They allowed us to do this. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.